Yeah, all credit to the group of men in there in that locker room. They did an excellent job tonight, executed the game plan exactly as we spoke about all week. Tied or down a goal late, change our shape. They executed it perfectly. And then obviously to close the game out, feel a huge sense of pride for that group in there. Fantastic performance and certainly a good way to end the regular season.
Yeah, I mean, this is another moment that, you look at playoffs and this time of year that Antoine has had a standout goal for the club. What do you feel like it is about him in these moments that don't seem to get to him? And I believe that was his very first touch of the game that he scored on.
Yeah, listen, we made obviously quite a few attacking subs there. We knew we needed a goal, and he came in and was excellent from every phase, though, not just the goal. After the goal, you saw him running up and down, closing defenders down, making it difficult on the opponent with that true fighting mentality. And we spoke about it all week to the group that we knew that we would create opportunities and that the goal would come, to stay patient. And honestly, felt an immense sense of pride for the group tonight, for sure.
Can you speak to the defensive effort as well? Birmingham didn't have a single shot on target. Obviously, it's awfully hard to lose when that happens.
We worked all week on the defensive side of the ball, and as I alluded to at the beginning of this conversation, the players executed exactly the way we worked throughout the week. And I think it's a huge testament to them to take these ideas, to execute these ideas. And I've said it over and over again, but I am extremely thankful to be able to lead this group, and I'm extremely thankful to be the manager of this group of men.
Hey, Tyler, you want to go ahead with your questions?
Hey, Danny, I asked Antoine this too. I mean, Louisville City's used to winning division titles, but you guys have gone through a good amount of adversity this year, whether it be the injuries and then having to go on the road and get this win to even get the division title. Does that make it that much more meaningful to get this, the path you had to take to get there?
Yeah, I mean, listen, you spoke about it, but we have had a lot of injuries this year. We played, I think, 11 out of the last 14 games on the road. We have been through adversity, but the key thing here is that we've stuck together through it all. We've trusted in our process. We had full belief that we would come here and get 3 points. And the players did an excellent job tonight. We've been through a lot, for sure. It's been a hell of a season, of a regular season. But don't get me wrong. There's one goal in mind here, obviously, and that's to be lifting a trophy together. This was just one step in that process.
Yeah, Danny, that was going to be my next question is this is obviously an accomplishment. Do you all celebrate this, or what is the mindset around winning the division and getting the 1 seed, knowing that there's obviously more business to take care of?
No, of course, you have a lot of happy faces in that locker room, as they should. They've worked really hard to get to this point. But at the end of the day, they're not a group that ever gets complacent, right? There is an ultimate goal here. They know what that goal is. And, we're certainly looking forward to being back at Lynn next week for a playoff game. And, Linda, there's one thing I'd like to add, because I think this is important. It was my messaging to the group before the game. I got sent an image from Kincaid, who's our under 5 to under 10 director of coaching in the academy before the game. And that image was an image of one of our young players who drew a little mustache, a beard on for the Halloween training session today. And the message to the players, and he wanted to be Brian Ombie. He wanted to shave his head, but his mother wouldn't let him. So a shout out to Kincaid, because the message to the players was that you guys are inspiration to a lot of people. And what we're doing in Louisville with regard to our academy and everything that we're doing with the community, I wanted the players to feel that before the game, and to understand the responsibility that comes with it. And I just want to thank Kincaid, because I feel it was an important message for the players to hear. And it went through my head because of her. So sorry I went on a tangent there, but I felt it was important to say.
Well, it was a good story, so I'll allow it. And just last one from us here. you know, the matchup now being against Miami, obviously we know some familiar faces, you know, whether it's Speedy Williams or Richard Ballard or Paco Craig. And you'd mentioned to us last week, you kind of were scouting every possible scenario. Just what's the first impression of that being the next game up?
Yeah, it's a very good team, an organized team. You know, they're extremely dangerous in transition. They've got good attacking pieces as well. So, you know, it's a group that we're certainly familiar with regard to how they play. We've been watching them for the last 3 to 4 weeks. You know, so we're looking forward to it. The guys certainly this time of year excited to be at Lynn for a playoff game and can't wait to be back in front of our fans.